Hi, Iris.
Hi, how
Uh,
are you?
Good. All right. So you go back to season 26. You come out.
Yeah.
You audition. You didn't make it onto the show. Okay. Now people can take that one of two ways. You can say, you know what? I'm not as good as I thought I was. Maybe this is the beginning of the end. Time to maybe think about doing something else because I'm young. Or you work hard. You continue to improve yourself, and you come back. And you chose to come back. Why did you choose that route?
Well, because I'm stubborn. No, partially. Um, I because I believe in myself and I have a great support system and a whole lot of confidence and belief and hope and whether you want to call them delusion. I mean, I don't think they're delusions. I think they're dreams. I think it's wonderful to have, to think really big. And so when I got a no, I was like, well, I'm only 19. So what? Just like I have nothing to lose here. And what is going to hurt? Trying one more time, nothing. And if it's a no again, then
Mhm.
we'll change our route. But I'm stubborn and I wanted a yes.
And
What?
you got more than one yes this time too, including somebody who told you to come back. Was that like a redemption moment for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think obviously when you work so hard for something and then you get no's, it's like incredibly disappointing. But I think that in the moment, like I just had a feeling like it's not my time quite yet. So obviously being disappointed and coming home and wanting those yeses, I worked really hard and um so it was like double the excitement I feel like when I finally got chairs just because you know, I really did work really hard. And it's something that you do, I think, go through, internally that battle, just like we talked about. Am I good enough to go back? Is this worth it? I think that's the biggest part of it. And so, um, it's just super validating in the moment to see that. And Michael Bublé is cool. So, yeah.
Why did you choose Kelsey Ballerini and not Michael Bublé?
Well, so I chose Kelsey. I actually, when John was the first, I believe, to turn around for me, and I
Yes.
had my heart set on John, and I was like, "Yep, that's who I'm picking." Like as soon as his chair turned around, I'd forget everybody else. Then I got to actually talk to each coach, and not that I didn't still love John and was on his team when he was talking, but Kelsey came and she just was so friendly. And I don't know, it's all in the moment feeling. Like I had a connection with her. She was so down to earth. She was so cool. She reminded me of just like an older sister that I could look up to that was going to like hold my hand through this experience and not make it intimidating and scary. Um, and so in the moment, I think I kind of just jumped on what I felt that very second. And it was the best decision I've ever made as far as, you know, my music journey wise.
Now, do you think she's learning from you like you are her? Because this is her first season as a coach, too. And she also is a young, very successful artist. So there's not a lot of differences between you other than she's already on the track that you probably want to be on as yourself.
Yeah, I think that she, as far as like coaching, I don't know, it's hard. I think obviously we all learn from each other, young, small, old. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're constantly learning. And so I think that she definitely working with us and our Kelsey Ballerini team was like super diverse and super wonderful and a bunch of different ages and in all walks of life. And so I think for her, like, it's got to be such a learning experience to work with so many different ages and so many different people and personalities. But she's doing such a phenomenal job. She's so good at just being a teacher and a friend. And so, yeah, so I think, yeah, we definitely both are learning from each other. That's for sure. And going through this process together because it's both of our first times.
Why did you choose The Voice and not a different show?
Well, so I actually had auditioned for American Idol when I was about 15. Unfortunately, none of my stuff was ever aired and I didn't make it far. I made it to sing in front of Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and Luke Bryan, but I didn't make it past that. So I didn't get to go to Hollywood. I didn't get a golden ticket, but I did get one yes. And so that was kind of the start of like, I guess, the TV or reality TV journey for me. After that experience, I was never going to do a TV show again. It was low key traumatic.
Mm.
I don't really know now how it is, but back when I had joined, it was really a traumatic experience for me. So I obviously got a little older, and it was about my senior year of high school. And a bunch of my girlfriends had dared me. They're like, please just try out for The Voice. We think it would be so cool. Like, what if it's totally different? I was like, okay. So I did it. I make it through the first, casting round. And then I kind of got cold feet, panicked, and was like, nope, just kidding. Backed out. Was like, I'm not ready for this. It's my senior year. Like, I don't, I internalized and I panicked because I all of a sudden was like, I'm not good enough for this,
Mhm.
which we know that's not true. But in that moment, I wasn't ready and fully developed in my confidence and in myself enough to step foot out and put myself out there quite yet. And so I kind of just tossed it and forgot about the idea, and I was never gonna do a show again, or any I was gonna go that route. And I was working at a local bar and just kind of felt stuck, and everything kind of just fell into place. And next thing I know, I'm auditioning for The Voice, and here I am.
Now, being young, you're probably deep into social media and all that. Is it being where you are right now on The Voice and everything else? Is it difficult? Do you have to stop? Wait, I shouldn't post that. I shouldn't say that. Is it difficult? Being young, you're kind of almost filtered now on social media.
I think kind of. I think definitely toning back on like, oh, maybe I can't swear all the time, or like, just like being a wild teenager. I'm like, oh gosh, like I have to like, oh no. It definitely is interesting, but I mean, I think I try and be as respectful, on social media as I can be. But I do. That is actually a really good question, because I think for some people, even just like nowadays, just with some of the work that certain people do, it's like that can be kind of conflicting. So
Mm.
for me, I lucked out. My Instagram and social media handles are pretty funny. I think the biggest thing for me is just like some of the popular songs that are, up and coming right now. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I should post this audio, or like maybe this might be. But I think for the most part, people are pretty cool and understanding that, I'm a teenager and it's life and it's 2025. And so, yeah, I haven't ran into any problems, knock on wood, yet.
Now you have a really old school raspy voice. What new school artist do you want to put your spin on? Because you always make the songs your own, and I think that was one thing you had said yourself you took away from the previous year is I got to do my style, but not emulate somebody else. What's out right now that you're like, man, I want to take that song and play with it?
Well, okay, so this is going to be so left field, and I think that people always think this is so left field for me, but one of my like favorite artists, and I mean somebody that I've listened to since I was 13, 12 years old, that I have like love, is SZA. And she is an R&B artist. She's really up and coming with Kendrick Lamar. She performed at the halftime show. And I would love to do like an R&B spin or cover of something, because I think that I can bring a really unique, like maybe more alternative vibe to that table. And that's always something I've been dying as an artist. I think I've mastered the whole, country, 70s rock genre. And so I'm like, what can I dip my toes in that's a little new and different? And I would love to cover like a fun soulsy R&B pop, or even like Ariana Grande too. I know that she's got like a really
Mhm.
light, airy, feathery voice, but I think I could do a fun spin on some of her stuff.
Yeah, something a little gritty and fabulous. Now, when it comes to wardrobe, you guys all have such unique styles. Do they give you choices? Do you get to pick? Do you have like a plan going into it, or do you see it or think of the song and then marry it up?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's a mixture of all. So, and it depends too. Obviously, the farther along you go in the show, your outfits become a little bit more developed, and
Mhm.
you start to kind of develop your own little like niche thing or style or like staple thing. So when you first kind of are heading out there for blinds, you don't dress yourself, but you're wearing a lot of your own clothes. They have their own wardrobe team and stuff there that helps you kind of formulate an outfit and get your stuff going. And maybe they're like, here, you can borrow a jacket from
Mm.
our wardrobe and stuff like that. But it's very minimal in the beginning. But as time rolls on, I got to create like a vision board for myself, and we get paired with a stylist that like kind of matches our vibe and like what we're thinking, and it's really cool. I think wardrobe was actually one of my favorite parts of the show, and it's so like underplayed
Mhm.
because it's like playing dress up, and you get to go and just all of your wildest crazy ideas that you can think of, you get to share with your person, and they help you like make those ideas come to life. And so yeah, I don't know, I really am an open book, and I love fashion and clothes, and I am definitely not the type of person that sticks to one style or aesthetic, so I dress all over the place. And so I kind of just let my stylist have a lot of free, like, I really wanted her to be like, what do you think? Like, what do you think? What do
Mm.
I think? Like, so for us, it was really fun and creative, and never like a stressful time.
Well, it's been great talking to you, Iris. We wish you the best of luck on the
And we
show.
will be watching and
Yeah.
cheering for you all the way. So keep blossoming out there.
Yeah, thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Thanks,
Iris.
Iris.